TV1online.com.
The state of Alabama had a state law that said companies could factor in your credit report for employment. The HR department...
That they could or could not?
Could. The HR department at the Birmingham News told the... I need a water. Told the...
Thank you very much.
Told the newsroom... Now, the editors voted 16-0 to hire me. Told the newsroom, don't hire him because of his credit report. College student coming out of college. 1991.
And?
1991.
I was an FBI agent turned down for a credit card. Really?
Wait a minute.
Because, same point. I mean, I was a lot older than you, but I'm just saying, turned down for a credit card. Why? Because I had no credit history. I had no employment history. I said, yeah, that's right. This is my first job.
Right, you're right.
I mean, I just graduated from law school. So what do you expect?
It is the most unbelievable.
You know.
And then
Do you want a coat button, no button?
Oh, it's up to you. And then USA Today had a story about 2 months ago. They're trying to change the law. There are 25 states now that will allow people to factor in your credit report for jobs. And it's now what's happening now is they now are using the credit report now to get phone bill, light bill. They've even expanded. That was somebody in the military could not get a promotion because the credit report. So now they're using it for so many different. Now the credit companies have been fighting these laws because, of course, how much money they're making from the fees they charge or whatever the heck. And you're sitting there going, wait a minute, you're in a tough economy. You're trying to get a job, but you can't get a job because your credit's bad because you couldn't pay.
Yeah, and you know what it ought to be? It's just kind of like racial profiling. In my law enforcement days.
Oh, this is too low. Now it's credit profiling.
Yeah, if race can be a factor, as long as it's not the exclusive or only factor. For example, bank alarm.
Right.
Guy robbed a bank. Well,
yeah,
what does he look like?
Right.
I mean, I like to know who the guy
Precisely.
is. And in the credit arena, if I were an employer hirer, if somebody said to me, this guy, Mark's got this really horrible credit score. He's 100% on everything else. I would say, well, let's ask him about it. And if you said, as you just said, I'm a new guy. I haven't had an opportunity to work before.
But it's also depending on what the job is.
Right.
I mean, if a guy's in the mailroom,
it doesn't matter.
I'm not really.
Unless maybe he'd open envelopes to get cash. You just don't know. But I think, the problem is anytime legislators, I was in the House and Senate in my state, anytime legislators get in a situation where they figure, well, we got to stop this or add this, then they're usually going to muck it up.
Yep.
If you don't say anything, it's probably better.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
But like for me,
tell out any cards.
For me, not being able to get a credit card, and by the way, when I applied for a mortgage for a home, I left the FBI, I moved home. They said, well, we're not going to do it for you because you have 2 years or 3 years, whatever it is, of job history. And I said, what can I do? And he said, well, have the owner collateralize a portion of the note. Now the difference, remember, today you have these mortgage brokers, unregulated.
Right.
They were only paid if they did Roland Martin's deal.
Yep.
Or my deal.
Yep.
The guy, when I applied, was paid whether he turned me down or not. So he looked at me and said, no, you're not good, or yes, you're okay. I mean, it was no surprise.
What kills me is when you have 3 reporting agencies and you...
Can I leave this on here? Is that...
I'll take, or if you want to, it's probably better on.
You have 3 agencies and...
You want me to look at you?
Yes. Okay. You have 2 very good numbers. And if one of the 3 is the lower number, they will use a lower number. Yes. And in fact,
well, you would think, like applying for college, you get 3
right.
ACT,
You think right.
You get the highest.
Take the high? No. They allow them to take the lowest number.
TV1online.com.